Welcome to 561 Music. My name's Ben.
And I'm Frank.
How's it going, Frank?
Okay.
You could be a Frank.
I don't know. I just didn't want to be a Hector today.
Frank and Hector.
Take it by the scenes, it's what we're doing. Come and check it out, it's what we're all about. 561 Music!
Welcome to 561 Music. My name's Ben.
And I'm Hector.
Oh, you were Frank in the previous take.
I was, but it took so long. It's like Thursday now, so
It wouldn't have been
back
as
to
funny.
Hector again.
And then I said Frank and Hector. I was off to like some kind of like exciting Frank riff situation, but it just all fallen to nothing.
But now it's just not funny.
I know. Oh well, I can put it in as the intro so people know you were Frank.
Maybe.
Once upon a time, Hector was Frank.
Maybe. And there'll also be a banjo behind you, so it'll be like a whole new different day.
Did you ever meet Frank, the teacher over at SOR? You know that guy?
I don't think so.
He is an insane guitarist. He's just...
I thought you were just going to say he was insane.
No. He has most of his beans, but he is an insane guitarist, that guy. Yeah. I learned a lot from him over the years. Anyway, the adventures of the good ship Killbillies have been, what we've been doing. We played, I can't remember. I could never remember.
Well, we played Patty Max on Wednesday.
Yeah, that's right, because it was halfway
to St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
And that was bananas. It was packed.
Yeah. And then we played DDRB's homecoming gig down in Boca.
That was on Saturday. On Friday, we did O'Shea's.
True.
And then on Sunday, we did the Gardens Green Market.
Yeah, it was a good, busy, it was like Killbillies weekend from the olden times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's, I was looking at October. It's pretty much like that the rest, I think season's here, so.
Oh, thank God, I feel like I'm slipping back into a comfortable pair of shoes.
Yeah, something normal again, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But, yeah, so it was, the DDRB show was good. It was nice to have been invited to be a part of it, and they just got back off their tour, and they seem to be alive and kicking. They always get a lot of ideas when they're away. Everyone does, I think.
Yeah, it seemed to be a good tour. They came back pretty excited and everything about everything, all the shows, you know, and like all tours, they had some good shows, some bad shows, but it sounded like it was mostly good shows. So
yeah, nice one. I get a good feeling about that project. I just think it's going to work.
Yeah.
You know?
They're playing with us on Sunday at Brewhouse.
Yeah,
with our friend from UK, Tim Holhouse.
Brian Raymond.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be a good show.
Absolutely. So if you like sort of folk and folk punk type stuff, and if your name is Kenny, then you will definitely enjoy it. You should come down to it at the Brewhouse Gallery in Lake Park. But
if your name's not Kenny, you should still come down. I just want to make that clear.
Yeah. It's just a bonus if it happens to be.
Yeah.
So we have Lighthouse the Band with us. We have Luca, Katz, and Alex from Lighthouse the Band. How's it going, guys?
Good. We're so happy to be here. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thanks for coming. Thank you. So what's going on with you guys? How long have you been a thing?
We've been a band for a pretty long time, like 4, 5
Yeah, we
years?
started technically in 2021,
Okay.
I think was when we initially formed, but we didn't start gigging until about 2022.
Okay.
So I guess we could say a good 3 years established.
Nice. Is it sort of like from the ashes of the of 2020 kind of thing? Had you been playing out in other bands prior to that, or was this the first time you guys?
Some of us have, some of us haven't.
Right.
I played a band in high school, but I came to college, and this was the first band I joined, and it was really fun since then. Me and Luca are the oldest standing members now, so we're like the original members. And then last summer, we added our bassist, Jackson, and that clicked really, really well. And then basically... Alex writes a lot of his own music, so he's track B on Spotify. He has so much music out there. He's doing an amazing job. But
nice.
He asked me to come write a song be on the song that he wrote.
Sure.
And so I came over and I did that, and it was "You're Not Alone," and the song that we released yesterday. But after that point, I was like, you need to be in the band. You need to be in the band. Please, 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 please.
That's awesome.
And now it's been all of us. And we actually recently just added another guitar player, our friend Pedro, and he's just top notch. He's amazing. He's so great. And
so that's 5.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
it's
a good.
really fun. Really
That's
fun.
a solid squad, 5 people.
What do the rest of you guys play in the band?
I'm the drummer
Okay.
and band manager.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. Important.
I sing and I play guitar.
Okay.
I do a little bit of everything.
Yeah, you want to list everything?
Primarily vocals, keys, guitar, sax, clarinet, and
A man after my own heart.
So you're the Ben of the band.
We need to split him in 10 different ways sometimes.
Split Ben in 10 different ways too.
I can relate, man. It's a blessing and a curse.
for sure is. But I love it. You know, I love being a jack of all trades.
Yeah.
It's great because any song, no matter what style, no matter what it calls for, I can take over whatever I need to do.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, he's definitely a good flex option, especially now that we have Pedro for guitar to have another guitarist. So it definitely opens up for Alex to play some of his other instruments.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So, when you were starting out, what did you have an idea about the kind of thing? Was it an organic kind of, in terms of the songwriting and the sound of the band? Was it organic, or were you aiming to sound like something in particular?
Alex curated most of that. He is our songwriter,
Yeah.
100%.
Okay.
And we've all added our little splash to it, but we've definitely kind of been going for more of like an indie-ish, especially for our newest single, like a bedroom pop sound.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I started writing and releasing music in 2019, and I've been doing some solo stuff since then.
Yeah.
And then ever since I joined the band, the first song that we just released is a song that I originally wasn't intending to just release as a solo project.
Yeah.
Featuring Cats.
Right.
And then since I joined the band with that song, I guess we just decided to sort of stick with that style.
Yeah.
And I already had a lot of experience with songwriting, so I brought my own style to the band, and we've kind of shaped that and like added on everyone's unique flair to it.
Alex, you've got such a radio voice. It's amazing. Like, it's mesmerizing almost. I'm just like listening to you and just,
It'd be
It's
funny
very
if-
soft and succulent, yeah.
It's just another instrument when you think about it. I was thinking it would be funny if, like, when we were hanging out before, his voice sounded nothing like that.
Right,
Just
right,
turned it on, you know. But no, you're born to do it, apparently.
But yeah,
Fantastic.
there's been about I would say three eras of Lighthouse. I would say we're probably in our best one. We are definitely in our best era right now.
Yeah. Like
Definitely where we want
wax
to
and
be.
then gas and then the electric light bulb.
Yeah, exactly. We're definitely where we want to be right now and continue to grow from where we are right now. So it's gone it's gone well. It's
Wicked.
definitely kind of morphed from where we initially started quite a bit, but it's cool.
It sounds like you have like a lot of stuff to work from, a lot of influences, a lot of like instrumental and technical ability to work from. So sometimes I feel like it's undeniably a good thing, but also you can feel a little bit like a kid in a candy store in that situation where there's everything's on the table and you're not sure what to take off it. No.
I really thought that was going in another direction. I thought you were going to say, it's great that you guys have all this technical ability and everything. And sometimes I just feel like I don't have that because I'm surrounded by idiots in my band.
No, not at all. Do you record your own music?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like so many people do these days. Do you?
Reason not to these.
I know it seems like
our bassist, he went to school to be a producer. So
Yeah.
like
Yeah, he's our
we
recording
used to-
engineer.
Nice.
Yeah, we used to be able to get into the FAU studio too, which was really nice, but he just
wicked.
graduated.
Yeah.
So that's how we got this song done, but we're not exactly 100% sure what we're going to do.
Did you all meet there?
Kind of initially, because I was the one that started the project, and basically what I did was I put flyers up around campus, and I got a bunch of calls and texts, and we had different members from then. That's how I found Cats, and then from there I found Jackson through the FAU music program, and then we met Alex because she knew Alex, and
At the
that was a
Kava
good
Bar.
mutual. And
Wicked.
Yeah.
So, when it comes to like themes and stuff that do you want the music and your general vibe and aesthetic to be about? Do you have anything that you guys find you write about more often, or causes that you care about specifically? Like, what's the thematic sort of bent of the band, would you say?
That's a great question. I think at the moment, the songs that we have prepared, we only have one out right now, but we have multiple songs lined up to come out in the next few months. Each one has its own kind of style.
Right.
We don't want to make two songs that sound exactly the same.
Sure.
So stylistically, we're trying to do a bunch of different genres, but with our core sound.
Right.
I think in terms of the themes that we like to talk about, we want to be authentic. We want to talk about our just human nature.
Yeah.
We want to talk about what it means to connect with others.
Yeah.
Especially since this project did come right after COVID. This is especially important to talk about what it means to connect with others and to appreciate friendship, which is what a big part of this song "You Were Not Alone" is about.
Put down your stupid phone.
About being present, and not letting all the distractions of modern society sway you from what's really important.
I think the thing I struggle with most in life is being present with my loved ones. I struggle with a lot of things in life, but that is
and your
particular.
bandmates. I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, it's true. My mother used to say I had a very rich inner life. So I always wandering around with my head in the clouds, which isn't necessarily a good thing. But it's not a good thing at all in general.
So
yeah.
So you mentioned that you came here for college. So are you guys all from the area, or are you from somewhere else? Or?
I grew up in Gainesville, and then I came down here for college because it was right at the COVID time. And actually, UF was like, "You can't live on campus," and I was like, "I'm not going to live with my parents anymore. I'm going to the beach."
I was going to say that's so crazy that you came from Gainesville to come here with you being right there. But okay,
yeah. We're going to Gainesville next month.
Hell yeah.
For Fest.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really awesome. That's so awesome.
Yeah, we're playing.
Fest is really fun. That's really cool.
We're playing in some park, I think, on Sunday at 6
Bo
o'clock.
Diddley Plaza.
No, I'm trying to
There's
think.
a few parks. Oh, Depot Park.
That's what it is.
Yeah, they have a really cool stage there. It's like, that's going to be really
Depot
fun.
Park.
Oh, really?
It's gonna be really
10
fun. You
p.m.
guys are
and
gonna
it's like a 30-minute set or something. But it's a long way to drive for 30 minutes. But I don't care.
I'll
It'll be
take
fun.
it.
It's going to be worth it.
Gainesville's a nice area.
Fest is great.
Yeah.
Fest is popping.
No, exactly. I've wanted to play Fest for years. In England, back in the day, like 20 years ago, Fest just had this kind of almost mystical kind of fame, sort of notoriety among people in punk rock. Everyone just was like, "Oh, the Fest, it's in Florida," and da da da. And people used to talk about it, and just everyone used to always want to go. And these days, it's a lot more known, and it doesn't quite have that mystique. But I remember when I was younger, it was one of these destinations that you always wanted to go do it. So I'm looking forward to playing it this year. But it'll be a box ticked,
You guys are from
I was
Florida.
born and raised in Fort Lauderdale.
Okay. And
I grew up in Palm Beach County. I've lived here since I was super young.
yeah,
Cool.
yeah, grew up here my whole life too. And then your other members are also from around here? Or?
Yeah. So our bassist Jackson, he is from Vero.
Okay.
And do you know where?
Well,
Pedro-
actually, our newest member Pedro is not. He just moved to
Yes.
the U.S. recently. He grew up his whole life in Brazil.
Really?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys are all down in Lighthouse now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And hence this is where the name comes from. Why don't you give us a
Yeah.
little bit of
Well,
information
since I
about that?
founded the band, and I live in Lighthouse Point on Lighthouse Drive, I kind of did.
in a lighthouse.
We were kind of
It's like in an actual lighthouse too.
Yeah. That's what they say anyway. That's why they call me.
I have a
the
friend
Lighthouse.
who's she had an uncle, and him and his partner lived in a lighthouse. There was just two men in a lighthouse. That's where they lived in
That's what he
England.
was going to say.
Like
but-
it.
Yeah.
Such a random fact, but
I
thank you.
know, it's just so awesome. They bought a lighthouse. How cool is that?
Yeah.
On the south coast in the
Unfortunately,
UK.
I can't buy the lighthouse that we're based off of. It's government property, but would love
We
to.
can take it.
Yeah, I would love to.
so-
We're trying to figure out a way to get a band photo there because it would be sick.
And you could crowdfund it and just get. If people heard that you were a band called Lighthouse the Band who wanted to buy a lighthouse, people would cough up.
You literally just said the biggest inside joke that we're the band Lighthouse the Band.
That's what we always say.
We always say we're the band Lighthouse. The
We
Band.
were originally Lighthouse when I joined, and then I was like, guys, okay, no one is ever going to be able to find us online ever. So we changed it to Lighthouse the Band, and it works better for our social media and stuff too.
It does. I mean, our social media was Lighthouse.the-band anyway because if I just had it as Lighthouse or like Lighthouse Music,
Well,
it's like
I know it's not Lighthouse Point, but you know, you guys can come down to the Jupiter Lighthouse and take a
Yes.
picture there.
So
Oh yeah.
we could. And we've had this idea.
In fact, you can shoot a music video there.
Well, yeah, we've had
should.
ideas of possibly doing an album where it's like the cover is for different lighthouses in Florida. We've had ideas for that,
Yeah.
for sure. So I love the Jupiter Lighthouse, but we're based on the Hillsborough Lighthouse. So.
You know what I'm starting to realize is that every conversation topic surrounding lighthouses you have had.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
That's why
There's
they call me Luca Lighthouse for a reason. I've got about four.
There's
or
nothing
five,
that we can be like, oh, I wonder if you thought it. No, of course you
I've
thought
got
that.
like 4 or 5 different lighthouse props from just my house that I bring to gigs all the
Yeah,
time.
we bring
That's
The Lighthouse is an epic stage name.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it really is.
Yeah.
And like
And then
you know,
Jackson is Mr. Big
Yeah,
Light.
our bassist.
Yeah.
the shining
We're
beacon.
missing the boat with nicknames, man.
I know, right? Shining beacon of truth into the night.
Yeah,
I think we'll have finally peaked when we can play a gig in a lighthouse.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I
think
reckon.
that's the
That's
pinnacle.
going to be
right
like,
I hope that's not the case because, like, if it happens next week, then you're going to be like, damn, we peaked.
We peaked
There's always a
when we
big
were at the top of the lighthouse. That's what we're saying.
You'd probably let you do it, and I bet you there's someone you could pay for them to let you
If
do it.
you
at the gym.
own a lighthouse and you're listening right
yeah,
now,
lighthouse owners.
these
of
guys
the world.
want to shoot a video
Yes.
in a lighthouse. We're going to make this happen.
please. That would
you.
be amazing.
One of our 18 listeners definitely has
One of our 18 friends who lives in a lighthouse.
Yeah.
Hey, your friends that have it, you know?
Yeah, exactly. You could do a lighthouse tour of the world.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be amazing.
Eventually. Yeah. For sure.
You know, that was the thing I was going to say when I was saying that you've thought about all the different lighthouse things, and then I didn't say it because I was worried you'd be like, yeah, we've thought about that.
No, I haven't, but you know what I do know? There's 17 lighthouses in Florida that we need to visit. So-
Really? That's quite a lot of lighthouses.
Are there really 17 lighthouses
Yes.
in Florida? This has nothing to do with music, but this is a
Yeah,
fascinating fact.
Yeah, there is.
Full coastline, I guess, you know.
I didn't even know you know that.
I had no idea. I had no idea. All right, back to your band. though.
Yeah. So, just to sort of nerd out a little bit on sort of gear and things like that, I'm curious when it comes to recording, your recording process, do you have one, and what do you use to record?
Well, I can say that the stuff that I typically do, what I use is Logic Pro to record.
Yeah.
I make all of my personal music at home in my bedroom.
Yeah.
Like it's all just entirely homemade, but I think that's what gives it like a nice aesthetic. It gives it a charm.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
and
people know
what's-
it's authentic. Like
What's homemade anyway these days? It's like you can get a lot of the same result. You know what I mean? It's not-
Yeah. You're Not Alone, though, was actually, we recorded it live in the FAU studio to give it that specific sound that we wanted.
Cool.
But, you know, every
But-
song's going to be a little different.
Yeah.
My microphone actually like clipped out during the recording that we did with the whole band
Right.
for like the official recording, and we were like, "What are we gonna do?" It did not sound
Yeah, we had to
very
overdub
good
a couple of
for a little bit.
things. So,
But Alex was like, "We actually recorded this in my place like months and months ago when we were gonna release it under track B and Cats."
Nice.
And so we used the original audio that I
Oh, hell yeah.
recorded, and it sounds
Wicked.
pretty good. It sounds
Yeah.
good.
yeah, yeah.
So, Alex, I know you guys did the FAU studio, but did you mix and master then? Or did you guys get somebody to do
yeah,
that?
I did all that at home myself.
Yeah.
And the song is kind of interesting because it's a weird Frankenstein of like 2 different recording sessions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A version that we recorded live in studio, and then some parts were taken from an original like demo recording I made like a year ago at this
Okay.
point.
yeah, and then we had some overdubs on top of that for a bunch of different stuff.
Yeah, that, I like that. That's been a few songs that I've done have grown like that. You know, it's just compiling the best parts of different attempts at recording it.
Yeah, for sure.
And how do you feel about when you're writing and then you're recording and you're getting together with the bandmates and you're doing all that stuff and then you go back and you're mixing and then you go back and you're mastering? Like, do you feel at any point like, man, I'm just too close to this. I've heard this song way too many times to like, do you feel like at some point you're just, you know, you're like, is it done or am I just
No
sick
longer
of it?
objectives or
Yeah.
anything.
Am I done or am I just sick of listening to this?
Here's what I'll say is there are countless songs that I have never put out and I never will because I've listened to them a million times and I'm so sick of them.
Sure.
However, with this song, when I introduced it to the band and we got new parts on it, it breathed a new life into the song.
Sure, yeah.
And it felt so fulfilling going from something that I was just playing on an acoustic guitar and singing to this full, just well orchestrated piece of music.
Yeah.
It sounded so fresh and exciting, and I got so emotional listening to it for the first time, hearing this song like really come to life and
that's awesome.
feel its come to its fruition. Like, so
I think there's a place for solo music, and I'll play it and do it quite a lot myself. But the magic of playing music with other people, that for me is really the reason I think that I love music. Is just that connect, the kind of communication you can get, that the non-verbal communication of music.
Yeah, I know a lot of, we've been doing this podcast we're in our 5th year now, so we've had tons and tons of people come through here, and and we ask that question a lot about the mixing and the mastering and that kind of thing, because there's times where you get to a point where and we've had musicians say you never really finish a song, you just get tired of it and abandon it, and it's because you're too close to it. And so I like asking that question just because I'm just more curious than anything else. There's some people that will go through the process of writing, go through the process of recording, and then they're like, that's it, I'm done. Someone else can mix and master, and I'll listen to it, and I'll give you, like, I like this or I don't like that, and whatever. But they're just they're over it. At
something that we did though to kind of bring a lot of our small elements of each other in is we had everybody in the band that knew how to mix and master do their own mix and master. And
That was everyone except
How many guys do know how to do that?
so pretty much everyone except Cats.
Well, Pedro wasn't in the band yet.
And Pedro wasn't
so-
in the band yet. So it was just Jackson, Alex, and I. We presented our mixes to Cats, actually.
He did,
And
did
took-
say all the guys that knew how to mix and master, so that's fair.
So that checks out, yeah. And we presented it to her, and we took the elements that we liked of each. So the drums that you hear, which shocker, the drummer knows how to mix drums really well. were the drums that I mixed, and the bass was Jackson, and a couple other things I think were from Jackson. And then we took a lot of his vocals were really good, and the piano and stuff. So
Interesting.
it's a lot of elements from our own mixes that
And you gave all this to Cats?
we presented
Well,
our
yeah,
own
they
mixes.
presented to me.
So
I said it was good or
But
not.
we didn't
You
tell
had
her.
the final say.
Well, we didn't tell her whose mix was what.
Yeah, no, actually.
Like which mix was whose. We didn't tell her.
That's a clever
I
way.
listened to all of them separately, and I don't know. We still Frankenstein them together at the end, and then Alex did a lot of the mastering,
It
and
came out great.
Nice.
It's interesting.
Yeah, it sounds
he's a
great.
perfectionist for sure.
Sounds great. So
Yeah, it really does. I think that the difficulty that I would feel like I might sort of come into contact with in that situation is that quite often the way that things sound that way because of the other things that are going on. You know what I mean? So it's like
that's
if
very
you have
true.
like a drum mix and the drums sound that way because of the way you mix the guitars. It would definitely take someone who knew what they were doing to capture the thing that was good about it in the other mix and bring it into the
Yeah,
into the
definitely.
final.
My drums were definitely, I probably adjusted a little bit, but it still captures the essence of what the
It's really cool.
EQ and the compression is all the sound the same. So
Yeah, those are super interesting and democratic. I like it.
There was a lot of like pros and cons about recording as like the whole band, like using a room mic instead of doing it all individually to start.
so many takes.
Yeah.
And I feel like it gave it a good sound, but it also was definitely harder to mix. I heard them complaining about it.
Yeah, it was tricky to
a lot of
mix.
bleed over.
There was a lot of bleed. My drums were in every single mic.
of
Yeah.
course they
You
were.
know,
It's like phase issues galore.
Yeah, it was tricky, and it took us a lot of takes to even get a nice take there. So
So what's the plan? So like moving forward, when you guys are recording, if you don't have access to the studio at FAU, obviously you can record at your place, but what about drums and stuff? Do you have the ability to record drums at your place too, or is that a little trickier?
I don't think my neighbors would like that. But we could do an electronic drum kit, or we practice out of a warehouse. So
Okay.
we could probably find a way to set up there.
yeah,
I was gonna say there's a lot of people that do. There's a lot of people that they go to studios, even this studio where they come in. Some people come in and do the whole band, but some people will come in and just record the drums and then do everything else at their own place.
yeah.
Mix
I
and
mean,
master.
yeah, like
Hit up for
there's
6 months.
there's a couple of ideas we have with one song maybe recording in the warehouse we practice at, because it's a little bit boomier. So if we need a little bit of heavier, boomier drums, we can record in there. I have an electronic drum kit that I can put into my DAW and have a lot of nice drum sounds in there, samples, all sorts of stuff in case we want that sound. And then, I can always rent studio time.
Yeah.
Just like
There's something about and I have no issue with electronic drums in
Played by-
recording
yeah,
in a
played-
recording sense. I do have an issue with them when they're played live. They don't
Yeah,
sound
they
as
don't
good.
they don't sound as good, but also when you record them like in a studio or even just in
Yeah.
your room, first off, you can pick whatever drum sound you want.
Sure,
You can
yeah,
buy
sure,
different
sure.
drum kits. Secondly, it's played by a human, and then like you can
Exactly.
also so you kind of can EQ it to make it sound how you want it. When you're playing it
Yeah,
live, it sounds how it is live.
Yeah, I was going to say there's definitely a lot of room to change things and move things, and
sure.
like I like this sound, or let me tweak it a little bit more this way, or a little bit more that
Makes
way.
them sound a little bit more believable.
But there's something about a live kit sound that
course.
I just love, and I'm old school, so
Of course, we're probably going to use a live kit on like most of the songs. I
Yeah.
think there's only like one.
Yeah,
That works.
and again, I'm not knocking the
course.
the
But
electronic drum.
I think also though that there's a lot of times where you can it. I'm not saying one should, but you can definitely record. You can definitely put drums together in the studio from an electronic drum kit, and no one would ever know. You could,
Oh,
you,
100%.
You can get it.
100%.
I'm not saying you should because
No.
it's a bit of a shame. It's like why bother? Just use a real drum at that point.
Yeah.
You could totally do it.
I think definitely electronic drums with a live drummer over just digital
Piecing
drums.
together.
and-
overdubbing it with an
Yeah.
electronic kit is
Yeah.
very common.
Yeah.
It adds to the sound a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
oh, no,
so-
for sure, for
Those
sure.
are imperceptible little. It's that humanized button in Logic is just funny to me.
It doesn't work. It's not as good as
No,
it
it's
sounds.
It's better than me.
I find the humanized button so
And
funny.
it
It's
is
like
also-
just do it. Just like be the human. Do it. You know what I'm saying?
It's also nice that Alex Jackson and we all use Logic as our DAW, so
Yeah, perfect.
it works perfect. So it's very streamlined.
Yeah, that's awesome. I've been using Logic a long time. I've been using it since there was no numbers after it.
I find
When it still belonged to Logic before it was Apple.
some irony in the fact that Logic has a humanized button, but it's AI.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's so funny. Yeah, it's not even AI. It's not even as clever as that.
No, it's not. It's not even all that.
Yeah. It just like lowers and it's like a randomizer.
That's funny.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Which isn't very random because there's ones and zeros behind.
I'll show you. I'll show you later. It's pretty funny.
Funny.
Yeah. All right. So, who writes all of the lyrics? Is the lyrics?
I would say I write most of the lyrics, and then I present them to the band, and then we tweak them all together as a group.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. And like, are you one of these people who sort of keeps tons and tons and tons of lyrics in their phone?
Oh my gosh.
All right, so we're gonna play a little game.
Okay.
Ready? You're gonna pull out your phone.
Oh gosh. Okay.
You're gonna open up whatever app you keep your lyrics in.
Sure.
You're just gonna close your eyes and you're gonna just randomly pick something, point at it, and then you're gonna just read me like a couple of lines of lyrics. I just want to hear something random.
We'll see if it's something we've
And I
used
want
or
to see,
not.
and that way, and yeah, I just want to hear it. If it's something
is he
amazing, or if
cooking or
it's going to
not?
be like like a really terrible bedtime story. Or
Is he
something.
cooking or not? Let's see.
Just to preface this, I have stuff going back years, and there's a reason why most of this stuff hasn't left my phone.
That's okay.
Oh yeah, that's what
Say
I
what
Oh, it's leaving your phone now. Also, we don't have 12 listeners.
Okay.
We have about 5 million listeners.
Here's
Whitehouse
the one that I randomly scrolled to.
Okay.
Nice.
This is a song that never came out, and I don't think ever will come out. And
it has
the
to
working
now.
title I had was Backyard Barbecues.
I love it already.
One verse I had was broken branches trip me as I walk. I tread the paths where everybody faults. Changing colors so black and blue. Daydreaming of backyard barbecues.
Cute.
Bravo. Well done.
All right. That could have. I tell you what.
That could have
been a
gone
lot
any
worse.
direction. That could have got a lot worse.
We've
I was scared. I'm not gonna
that
lie.
was like pretty legit. Like we've had some very strange things.
Yeah. So, do either one of you guys contribute to lyrics or anything, or not so much? Or
I've been trying to get myself to do more. I wrote with Alex's help a little bit. The second verse of one of our, I think, is it the next song that we're releasing? Dead Weight.
Yeah.
Dead weight.
The next song we're releasing, I did the second verse of
Yeah.
that one. So
now you got to.
I'm stepping my foot in there. That one's a cute one. It's a really cute one, and I'm excited for that one too.
Yeah.
Outside of the band, has it been something that is writing songs ever been something that you guys have done
I wrote one when I was 6. It was about best friends.
God, I want to hear that song.
Well.
Can you remember how it
Something
goes?
about being true friends.
Oh,
it was
sounds
cute.
lovely.
Yeah, I'm not really much of a lyricist. I can't really write lyrics, so I hit things in a organized fashion,
enough,
and that's all I do.
Fair enough.
Word. Do you
And I booked the gigs.
There you
I
go.
run the social media. I have other
keep things on
talents.
time?
Nice.
Do you did you have like formal lessons on the drums?
Yeah. I'm a product of School of Rock, actually.
Right.
So I started when I was 12.
Which one?
I started at School of Rock West Broward down in Coral Springs, Coconut Creek area.
Yeah.
Then I moved up to Pompano, where I then was in Lighthouse Point.
Yeah.
And then after I did
Lighthouse
that,
Drive.
Yeah, on Lighthouse Drive, in a lighthouse.
In a lighthouse.
And
yeah,
then
yeah.
I was actually a drum instructor at School of Rock Boca for a while.
Right.
Where I made a lot of great connections for the band.
Yeah.
And all that stuff through that. But yeah, so
I heard they teach in a lighthouse there too. So.
Stab it. Yeah, no, that's cool. I was at School of Rock for a decade, so something like that.
But now he works here.
Yeah.
At 561.
Yeah, exactly. The fabulous 561 music. We've been doing. I don't know if you can see. Oh, yes, you can. So these bass traps on the corners here are our newest little addition to the thing. It's just like all the way up. It's like a thick bone
Makes
bass
such a
trap.
huge
So
difference
cool.
in here,
Yeah. Justin and Tyler have been working night and day to
Working
get
their butts off.
these things set up, and the rooms are starting to sound great, man. We just got to get the clouds up now.
So, Alex, I got to ask you, because from a songwriting standpoint, I wrote music 150 years ago, and then
You're looking good. For
I do. I wear it well. I didn't write for a really long time, and just recently, so we've been doing this singer-songwriter thing once a month, and just recently Ben in the last few months was like, you should do it, and then I scrambled and wrote 8 songs in 7 weeks or something.
Did an amazing job.
And so we're starting to do some things with those songs. We're starting to record where I'm just curious, like from a songwriter standpoint, how does it feel when you write stuff on your own and now you're bringing it to a group and they're like, oh, this is great, Alex, but you should change this or you should change that. Like, how does that make you feel? Like, how do you handle that? Are you okay with it? Are you okay with the collaboration and stuff? Because I'm struggling a little bit, and I know that some of the suggestions are really good suggestions, but I'm still struggling with like, well, that's not how I wrote it.
Yeah.
That's not how I did it.
I think it depends on what lines are being critiqued. I definitely have some lyrics that I am super attached to.
Sure. Okay.
And that I think if you change certain lines, it fundamentally changes the nature of the song.
Yeah.
But in the majority of the case, like I completely welcome like constructive criticism.
Okay.
I realize that, I only have songwriting strengths up to a certain level, and I know my faults and I know my weaknesses. So thankfully my bandmates can help me out with that.
All right.
Take it.
Yeah, my songs are amazing, so they're not going to change.
But the way that I approach that is, if it's a song that I that means something to me to the point where if it changed, I would be like, I wouldn't be able to handle it. I just don't do it with the
Don't
band.
bring it to the band. Yeah, I got you.
But if it's a song that
Yeah.
that I think's pretty cool, or that I think is awesome, but it's not like, it hasn't like etched out like a really important piece of my heart. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Then I just, then at that point, all bets are off.
And if you couldn't tell how democratic we are in this band, usually when Alex presents a song, we usually kind of try to figure out, what are you going for? What vibe? What genre? What's the story behind the song? So we can kind of, as we suggest things, try not to take away from the art that he wrote.
Yeah.
And kind of complement the art that he wrote and
Right,
lift up the art that he wrote and not try to completely change it away from what it was supposed to be.
Yeah,
We're in the
totally.
band together, but we're still fans of Alex, honestly.
Of course, we really are.
Oh, bless.
He's good at
That's very sweet.
He's blushing now.
LeBron James.
Well, on that wonderfully sweet little thing, I think that we should listen to some. I think we should listen to some of you guys, and then come back and talk about the song and talk about what you guys have got coming up next. How's that sound?
Sounds good.
You are not alone. Put down your stupid phone. Don't let things you can't control affect your soul. And I wanna know, do you feel it in your bones? When you're next to me, I hope you're right at home, and I pray this stays true. Honey, I'll love to see this through.
You are not alone. Put down your stupid phone. Feel your sweaty hands, you're nervous and it shows. Yet we both deny the stuff we try to hide. I could be forever right here by your side, and I pray this stays true. Honey, I'll run away with you.
I am not alone. I call your stupid phone. So much older, but it's like we haven't grown. As we drift away and our colors fade, I wish it could have been any other way. Too good to be true. Honey, I'll always cherish you. Too good to be true. Too good to be true. Too good to be true.
Oasis Kava Bar is in Seagrape Square on Indian Town Road, and it is a kava bar. If you don't know anything about kava, it's a Polynesian root that you grind up and you mix with water, and it has been in Polynesia for potentially thousands of years. It's an old thing that they used for kind of ceremonial and also sort of leisure purposes. It's meant to be something where, you know, that brings people together. You all take a shell of kava and chink them together and say bula and have it together like that. It's meant to be something to bring people together. It has a kind of an effect, which is, I guess, a kind of a slightly warming effect, and it just kind of makes you feel nice. It's not particularly intoxicating. It's not like drinking alcohol. So the atmosphere in a kava bar is sort of like a cross between a regular bar and a coffee house. It's pretty chill in there. You get all sorts of different types of kava bars. Some of them are more like a club, you know, there's sort of like blacklight and EDM playing. And some of them are more like a cafe. This is one of the cafe type of ones. It's super chill in there. If you're looking for somewhere to, I don't know, maybe go and do some work on your laptop or go and have a chat with friends, it's perfect for that kind of thing. There's a foosball table in there if that's your jam, or baby foot as they call it in France. Yeah, Jim, the owner, is a really cool guy, and he has very kindly sponsored our podcast. So thank you very much for that, Jim. Welcome to 561 Music. We have some very exciting news. You may have noticed that the podcast is being hosted from a different place. That place is the 561 Music School and Studio. Justin Hucker has changed the name of his school from Live Music Community to 561 Music School and Studio. We have joined forces, and now everything has the same name. The podcast, the festival, and the school are now all under the umbrella of 561 Music. If you've been listening to the podcast for a long time, you will know that every week in this spot, we used to do an ad for Live Music Community. Now, Live Music Community has become 561 Music. We are still on North Lake Boulevard, but we have moved to 524 North Lake Boulevard, Suite A, North Palm Beach, Florida. It is east from the old location, and boy, oh boy, is it an upgrade. We now have a studio that is far bigger and more advanced. Bigger lesson rooms and 3 big spaces for recording bands and practicing. We now offer more opportunities for recording your band and provide more practice space to hone your skills. The heart of 561 Music School and Studio is still tuition. We train both young people and adults one-on-one and also in groups to be real bands, teaching you how to play your instrument not only by yourself, but with others as well. We help you learn to write and record a song, how to brand and market your band, how to design and produce merchandise, how to get shows, how to act at shows, how to perform, how to organize tours, how to reach out to labels, the ins and outs of protecting your intellectual property, and much more. 561 Music is a one-stop shop for all your music and performance-related needs. We are also set up to help you record music videos, how to manage social media, how to create content for social media, and everything that is required of a person trying to break into the music industry in 2025. Come by the studio at 524 North Lake Boulevard in North Palm Beach and check out the new digs. We are online at 561musicstudio.com. Fill out the form online and come for your free first trial lesson. We are open daily by appointment or just walk up and say hi. We're here most days of the week from 3 p.m. for walk-in inquiries.
Okay, so we've just been listening to an ad for 561 Music, which is where we're sitting right now. And what I always ask right after that ad, and I'm not going to stop now, is do you have any advice for upcoming musicians?
I guess I'll start. I would say just stay true to yourself, be open to criticism and learning, but never let that change and shape who you are. Become yourself. Use your inspirations to become who you are, but don't try to copy your inspiration.
Yeah.
Nice.
Totally, I agree with that. One of the things I say a lot when I'm teaching singing lessons is you don't have to do an impersonation,
Yes,
Yeah.
that's what I do too. I used to teach a lot of singing lessons, and if I think everyone has the potential to be a good singer. I'm not gonna lie. You can train. Your vocal cords develop forever. But if you're imitating someone who's a good singer, you are a good singer.
Yeah.
That's just how it works. You can make that imitation. You are in the right placement. You're doing the right thing.
Yeah, that's true. Then that's a good way. It's funny because it's looking at the same thing from the other direction. I like that. I'm going to use that. Anyway, anyone else got any pearls of wisdom for us?
Yeah, I'll give a tip as a songwriter, as like songwriting specifically, is you're gonna write a lot of songs, and most of the songs aren't gonna result in hits, but that's okay because with every single bad song you write, it teaches you how to better write a good song. And you can always learn something from your stinkers.
Absolutely. I don't know if you do this, but I'll be really trying not to. But I'll write songs that in groups that are very often the same song. It's like I'll write 3 or 4 songs and I'll be like, I wrote these 3 or 4 songs. I think I'm developing a new style. No, you're just writing the same song 3 times. I do that all the time.
You talking like theme or just like
just like
sound?
Something about the soul and heart of it is it's just from the same place mentally. I do that a lot, but I don't mind. I get all 3 out and then I try and figure out which is the best one. And any advice for upcoming musicians?
Just do it. Just get out there and start doing it. The same thing with him. I feel like I've been so nervous to write songs because I know it's gonna be bad, but you gotta just do it.
Yeah, I had a student. I won't say who they are because it's it's not very nice talking about people behind their back, but they were always worried about starting. It seemed insurmountable because it's like
it's the hardest part for sure.
Because they knew that it's a learning curve, and also this person had very good taste in music, and I think the criticisms that she had put on other people, she had very high standards for herself, and so it's hard. But they write songs now, and they're doing a great job. So I spent a long time persuading them to do it, and got there. So I think it's the best thing you can do. For me, it's been a wonderful form of therapy, getting the difficult things out.
I always like to joke that my microphone is my therapist.
Yeah.
And it's a good way. It's a good source, emotional outlet.
Yeah.
Anytime I'm internalizing any feeling that I know is not healthy to internalize, putting it into lyrics, singing it in a song, it really helps me put my thoughts out there in a healthy way.
Totally. And the thing that they always say about therapy is just just vocalizing something, it goes a long way to sort of healing you. You know, just saying it. The and there's a really specific example I have of that, where I was in a fire with a gas canister went into a fat fire and exploded in a kitchen, and it was bad and it was scary and horrible things happened. And I used to think about that for years and years, and eventually I wrote a song about it, and it was almost like overnight I was okay about it. You know, it's like I just put it all into the song. It was great.
It's the power of music.
Yeah, yeah, totally.
What's really cool is like I've seen people come up to Ben after shows, and I truly believe what everybody's saying about, like, you know, you're writing stuff and you're putting music out there and whatever, and it helps heal you. But it's crazy to me to watch the music that you've written for yourself to heal yourself, heal other people.
Yeah.
The amount of people that I've seen come up to Ben, you know, after a Killbilly show and go like, oh my God, I don't know what exactly you were thinking when you wrote that song, but like I went through something and that spoke to me, you know, touched me.
Totally, and it's the greatest
And
honor.
that's the
I don't
best
mean
feeling.
that. That's not like a humble braggy thing to say.
No,
it's the
no.
greatest honor. When someone
For
comes
sure.
and says that to me, it like touches my heart. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what you make music for. You know?
Exactly.
It's not just for yourself.
Yeah.
It's a way of communicating, like we were talking about,
Yeah.
to other people and expressing different feelings. So
100%.
Well, you know, it's funny. I had somebody I interacted with online every once in a while, and I don't really interact with her that often, but her post came up today, and it was this whole long story or whatever, but I read it and I've been having an exceptionally bad week. I always have bad weeks, but I had an exceptionally bad week. But I read this post and I actually felt like 1,000% better after her post. And so I messaged her and was like, hey, just want you to know that, like, you know, I don't know what you went through today to post this, but thank you, because I feel better about, you know, my day today. And then we had a little exchange about that and stuff. And it occurred to me that things like that, you know, in the universe, you know, posts like that, they're where they need to be when they need to be for the right person to read them. And I think it's the same thing with music. I think the same thing with art. I think, you know, if a song touches you and heals you, or if you see a piece of art and it moves you, like, you're where you need to be at that moment, and that artist did what they needed to do, and it wasn't necessarily for them. Even if it was like, even if 100,000 people looked at it or heard the song and one person took something away from it, that's who that was for.
Yeah, sure.
You know,
and people have, you know, it's part of the grand scheme of human communication, because we're all a lot more similar to each other than we think, and we've all been through a lot of the same things, or at different stages of going through the same things. You know? So it's just ways of getting it out there. I'm glad it made you feel better. I'm sorry you've had such a bad week, buddy.
yeah, it's fine. It's, you know, it's par for the course for my life. You know, it's so stupid because you tell me all the time to write what I know, and when we do these singer-songwriter things, you know, and Alex, I'm sure, you know, you have these moments where you're writing a song and it's something really personal, you know. And when I go to the singer-songwriter things, it's the same thing. I listen to people talk about their youth, or they're talking about their, you know, like abusive life that they had, or drug use or something. Like, it's always something very personal, right? And I always think to myself, like, when I get ready to write something, I'm like, I have nothing to write about. Like, I have shitty days all the time, but I genuinely don't have a terrible life. Like, I have a pretty blessed life. So it's hard sometimes, you know, when I have these bad days and I'm like, God, dude, this just sucks and my life sucks and everything's terrible. But when I really sit down and think about it, it's just shitty days. It's just crap.
you write things to lift people up then.
It's just
Not
great.
stuff.
Exactly. And I think if you follow the thread down through the process of songwriting, you'll realize at the end of it, oh, maybe, you know, I'm fine.
Yeah.
You know, so even just thinking to do it was helpful, or you'll find the thing, you know, the thing that was upsetting you.
So why don't you guys tell us about your single and what all that is about?
Cool. So I actually wrote, as I said earlier, I wrote the single. I wrote this song before I even joined the band, originally intended as a solo song. And then I realized it would sound really good as a duet. And so I had met Katz recently, and I knew she was in a band, and I thought she had a nice voice. So I invited her over to record a song.
Try to steal her from the other band, didn't you? No, he's like no comment.
Greatest recruiter.
Close to the bone there.
She recruited him.
Yeah, exactly.
It backfired on you. See that? Yeah,
Actually, the other way around.
Yeah. Good work, Cats.
She tried to get me into the band, and I was a little hesitant at first, but honestly, I'm so glad I joined.
Awesome.
It's changed my life for the better, and I love these guys. And
Oh, we love you.
I'm not surprised. You guys are sweethearts.
thank you.
Thanks.
The song also got a lot better too.
Yeah.
When we added other instruments to it, when we added the input from all the other bandmates, like it went from being something that just was a personal song for me, a song about reminding myself to be present, to something that was more than just me, something that everyone can honestly relate to. Because I mean, in our world today, attention is the most important currency.
Sure.
And I feel like there's so many distractions. There's so many things trying to take you away. And I can't tell you how many times I've been hanging out with someone or on a date or whatever. And it's just like, if I'm on my phone, I feel so guilty. I'm like, damn, I cannot be looking down. I'm denying this person the attention they deserve.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's kind of
That's why it's the second lyric. Put down your stupid phone.
Yeah.
It's the second lyric in the song.
I was listening to this.
My
song
wife would
today.
love this song. It's the thing that I get called out on the most.
Oh, for sure.
And another thing about the song is relating to what Alex was saying. It also kind of, with the vibe we went for, kind of takes you back into the past a little bit with the vintage sound it has, with the cover art being of Polaroids and lesser technology, where people used to just talk to people as people and not really have the phone screen in front of you all the time and the social media in front of you. So we kind of wanted to represent that with not only the lyrics, but kind of the sound and the vibe of the song as well.
Yeah, that's clever. And you know, I haven't listened to it on headphones super close to it, but from listening to it earlier, I know where you're coming from with that, and it does have that feel to it. It does have that kind of like house show, kind of like bedroom band thing, like you were talking about.
For like
Sounds awesome.
band at the end, where it's like a parade walking through, and Alex is shouting, "Everybody, one more time!"
It was Sgt. Pepper inspired.
Yeah, very
sure.
Beatles meets
could
like
go-
new age indie kind of vibe.
Can't go wrong if it's Sgt. Pepper inspired.
It was definitely a good song. I mean, or it is definitely a good song. I was when I pulled up the show notes today, I was actually sitting at a traffic light, and so I'm like, all right, let me give this a listen. And yeah, man, it's a tune. It's a tune.
Awesome.
And actually, it hit home because I had breakfast with my daughter at IHOP this morning, and I literally, as I'm listening to the lyrics, going, son of a bitch, because she called me out on the fact that I was on my phone the entire time.
We always say, "Hang up and hang out" when we're with our friends. Hang up and hang out. Put your phone down and get away.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? You
As
guys
I'm sitting
are so much younger than you.
on my phone, like
It's-
it's a crutch. I can't help it.
This is what maturity looks like. I don't think I'll ever get there.
I won't get there. I definitely won't get there.
Amazing. Maybe it's because of no, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to go down that
Because
road.
we're immature.
Yeah, I was going to be like, maybe it's because we're at the age where no matter how old we get, we'll still think they're cool because we remember a time before.
I'm 26. I don't know what you're talking about.
You have anything to say about the song, Cats?
I'm really proud of this. I think when Alex invited me to do it with him at the beginning, it was an adorable song. I fell in love with it immediately. It was so cute, very like Kimya Dawson Juno-ish, like that soundtrack type deal. Yeah. But now it's definitely become like an anthem. It's grown a lot. It's really cool to see how it took off. Like it means a lot. It's adorable. When we played it at shows now, like all of our
People
fans
love it.
know the words and they sing it with us. The little da 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 da. It's cute. It's a lot of fun.
From where that song started to where it is now, out on Spotify and everywhere, it truly like underwent a huge transformation from like the first day. When Alex presented it, we all fell in love with it. But the way that we just added so many elements, like when we were recording it in the studio, we were literally like, oh, what if we record this thing on it and this thing on it? And we tried it and we took out a lot of stuff, but we added a lot lot of stuff. So it really,
all the da 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 da's, that's like so many layers. His girlfriend did a take.
It's like 20 vocal layers on there.
You know what? Considering that, there's a lot of space in it, which is very impressive.
Which Alex did a great job with the vocals there, and I'm not sure how he did it because my mix was struggling with that part.
So you were mentioning when you guys do shows, people are singing along and stuff like that. talk us through your shows. Are your shows typically, are you guys playing a mixed bill with other bands and playing, 30 minutes, 45 minutes or something like that, originals, covers, etc.? Or are you doing like these 3 and 4 hour cover gigs for the night and
how do you
paying the bills?
do shows?
So we kind of do a mix of playing on bills and doing like 2 hour, 3 hour gigs.
We opened for the first time the other day, actually.
We usually
So-
put the stuff together in headline, but opening was not so bad because we didn't have to backline. And it was kind of nice, actually. So we wouldn't mind doing that. But yeah, so if it's like a short 30, 45 minute bill, we're probably going to play all of our originals and like 3 covers, 4 covers. And then if it's 2 hours, we got to fill some more covers. But, we like to do this thing with our next song that we're working on where we start with that song. And it kind of tells the story of Lighthouse with the way that song is structured. It has like specific pauses in it. So we play the rest of the set after, and then we end with the last part of that song as if that was the specific pause of that song to kind of bring the whole show to a wrap. So it's almost kind of like a big lore thing that we do at our shows. So when we kind of release that song, people are going to, understand it. And that's kind of like what we're going to go for is more of like, obviously we want to have a great songs and stuff that stand out individually from themselves, but together when we release an EP or an album to kind of tell a consecutive story together.
I really respect that. It's something that's a dying art in the way that we appreciate music these days because everything's so playlist driven and stuff. But like albums as like a through written piece of work, some of those albums over the years have meant a great deal to me, and I always wanted to write those kind of albums and have done a couple of times, not as many times as I would like, but that's my favorite way to appreciate music is to take on a story with it.
Yeah, and every song that we have is, like Alex said, different genre. So it's going to be really cool how they're all different genres, but they're still going to be tying in. They still tie in
100%.
They tie in with each other.
You. Yeah. It still has your sound.
It has our sound, and they tie in lyrically and story-wise. They tie in and everything. So it's just cool that we decided to go different routes with the genres, which is cool because it'll kind of show our versatility on what we can do and everything. So
that's really cool. Are you even a real band if you don't have lore? That's my question.
That's true. No, that's fair. Exactly. That's fair.
This is the only song you guys have out right now, though.
Yeah.
Okay. And so the plan is to put out more stuff over the next few months.
Yeah, and leading up to an album or an EP or something.
Excellent.
Okay.
Yeah, we have about 6 or 7 songs writing more currently.
Awesome.
So
sick.
Yeah.
Ben, I wanted to say on your previous point with like album sequencing and song orders, I think another thing with our live shows is we are very intentional about the song order in our set list.
We are.
Everything is, we switch it up every show, so no 2 shows are the same, but there's always certain things that people can come to expect.
Yeah.
And we see over time, with our regular fans that tend to come to most of our shows, we see them, they know what to look forward to, and everyone's singing along, and it's so fulfilling.
And then we have a couple little twists in there sometimes. But yeah, it's nice to know, like when you see your favorite band out live, and like that they have
your favorite song.
Yeah, they have. You want them to play your favorite song. They have certain things that they may do live that they didn't do in the studio.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what we try to do with our shows is kind of have some sort of like that's our thing live. So
you guys playing down south mostly, or?
Yeah, I mean we've gone up to Del Rey and like we have a show in Wellington coming up, and like when we play in
Lake Worth a lot.
Riptide's Kava Bar in Wellington.
There you go.
We play at Propaganda a lot.
That's awesome. I didn't mean to interrupt, but
No worries.
while we're on we weren't really on the subject, it was just in passing. I wanted to talk to you guys about how often do you guys play at Kava Bars?
That's how we started. That's how we started for sure. We started playing at the retreat and the back room when it was Movie Lounge. We played at a lot of small kava bars down in Deerfield Beach, Pompano area.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how we took off.
With the full band, all 5 of you?
We were a 4-piece.
We were a 4-piece at the
At
time.
that time.
Alex wasn't
completely different members. It was Katz and I, and then 2 other people.
He had this small little drum kit that you'd bring around. We did like acoustic-ish sets. They were really cute. It was cute.
I had a cajon with that I put a pedal on, a snare drum.
You mean a K-John?
And and then a hi-hat, and then I would use like djembes as my toms.
Yeah, those are
awesome.
cajones.
Something that I think is really interesting about Kava Bars is no 2 are the same. It's one of these, it's like the Wild West. No 2 are the same, you know what I mean?
It's
like there's so many different...
Each one.
Like our shows, they all have their own little claim to fame,
Yeah, totally.
And we have our little claim to fame live, so come see us live. So.
Absolutely, I can't wait. And you play at Propaganda a lot.
Yeah, we were just there. What was it? September 30th, August 30th.
August 30th.
August
I think
30th.
August 30th. Yeah.
August 30th.
That's good to know. We book some shows there sometimes. I'll keep shows in mind.
Bookshares are all.
We love prop.
We love prop. They treat us well there.
I think I'm there in two days. We are. Aren't we?
We are there on Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Ben and I are like 63 bands at least.
Yeah.
We are Killbillies is our main band, and we are in Bomb the Algorithm, which is a
It's like a punk,
ska punk band.
thing.
But yeah,
he plays guitar and sax in Killbillies. Then he plays guitar and just guitar, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah,
singing.
in Bomb the Algorithm. I play upright bass in Killbillies, but then I play baritone sax in Bomb the Algorithm.
Yeah.
oh, you're the Alex.
So yeah,
Yeah.
he's the Alex.
We're both the Alex.
but
We're,
then-
we're both half an Alex.
Right. Yeah, right.
You're Alan. You're Lex.
There you go. There you go. But yeah, so because we have another couple of bands or whatever that he's in one band and I'm in this other band, but because of that though, we're like at prop probably
all the time.
5 times.
Basically live there.
So stupid. Last month there was
Thank
a time
God for
where we
prop.
played-
It's kind
I
of a
literally played there
staple.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday in 3 different bands. It was so
I mean-
stupid. I walked in and they were like, we're gonna have to start charging you rent.
Prop's kind of a staple in the music scene down here. You know? It's the rite of passage, and
100%.
so
That Matt, who owned it before the current owners, was in I was in a band called No Name Ska Band, which is like a ska punk band. But he was the manager of the
for
sort
years.
of manager of it for years and years. And at that point, I mean, I may as well have had a flat above the place. I barely been anywhere else for many years.
Yeah.
Was not good for my health. But I've since sobered up.
that's about as furthest north as we've been. I've been trying to tap us into the West Palm scene.
We did a few in Stewart.
We
like,
did have a
way,
couple
way
of shows like way back early Lighthouse in Stewart that we did.
Whereabouts in Stewart?
Like
doing house parties
Hutchinson Island, was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hutchinson Island area. We're doing like private house shows up
Oh,
there.
gotcha. Yeah, okay.
I played
The rich people up there. so
I think I might know the one you mean.
Those are always fun.
yeah, those are always fun.
Did we do what
We've
done? One, right?
we've done a few of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we played on the beach, and my drum kit was a disaster to clean.
sure.
That was the worst thing ever. But yeah, those were fun, and we've played as far south as like I would say like Oakland Park in Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah.
Miami is also a tricky market to tap into.
100%.
Trying to get down there, but
Hey, Churchill's is back.
yeah, Churchill's is back. I saw that, so I'll be reaching out there. But
Most frequently, we play at Propaganda and we play at
Kelly Bro's Irish Pub. in
Kelly
Fort
Bros
Lauderdale.
Irish Pub. They
Right?
just changed their name though. It's Kelly's.
Kelly's Pub now, and it's right next to where is it? Culture Room.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right next to the Culture Room.
Gotcha. All right. Killbillies needs a place in Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah. We'll
Yeah, we do shows.
That-
all the
that
time.
place
we'll
is
trade
cute. I
we'll
like
trade
it.
some places.
Yeah.
We'll trade some places. We'll get you guys down or up this way, and you guys get us down.
Yeah.
We
Love
played
to.
there once. It was the same night G Love was playing the Culture Room.
Oh,
so
yeah.
right as
The cover
his show
was
finished,
crazy.
everybody came to our show. It was so much fun. It was packed in there.
It's fun. They have an upstairs section. We used to play in the downstairs, but the upstairs, they kind of block it off from their regulars. So you can charge the door and it almost is like a big private event that you could do.
Yeah, it's fun.
And we're
They have,
doing
like,
we're
balcony
doing
and stuff.
like a Halloween show there on October 25th, and it's going to be like a big thing. So.
So you've got Culture Room and the Poorhouse is next to that, right? As well.
No, Poorhouse is in downtown Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, that's
next to
it's next to
that's
Revolution. Next to Revolution.
Okay, I see where I get it now. Yeah, I always get Culture Room and Revolution mixed up.
Yeah, Culture Room's much smaller than Revolution's.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
Revolution's holds like 1,400 or something like that.
It's pretty
1,500.
big.
And then Culture Room holds like 600 or 700,
Yeah, it's a little
750, something
smaller.
like that. Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, I saw Fishbone at Culture Room. I remember that was a good one. Because the stage is high, isn't it? And you're kind of on top, right? Or is that
That's
Revolution?
Revolutions, man.
That's what I'm saying. I get it mixed up.
Culture Room is like wide.
Yeah, it's
very wide. The stage is up, but it's like wide.
When I think about them,
And
it's
not- and
just
kinda
like
shallow.
the same building.
Yeah.
He might not even know a Culture Room. He probably just sees Revolution. That's it.
So what's the place over by Culture Room? There's a place there.
Yeah, it's Kelly Bros or Kelly's Pub now.
Yeah.
Kelly's Pub.
Okay.
They're literally this like hole in the wall bar that is right in that plaza, but it's an adorable bar.
Yeah.
They have a lot of regulars and a lot of bands play there. We've hosted a lot of events and
We
it's-
always have fun
it's-
there.
Yeah, we always have fun. It's great there.
Okay, wicked.
And the bar is really great, and the owners are amazing. So.
Yeah, we'll have to get you guys up this way as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And is there anything that people need to know about that's happening with you guys in the foreseeable future?
More songs, 100% more songs.
Excellent.
More songs.
The rest of our
You got
originals.
any gigs on the books?
Yeah, we got October 18th, Riptides Wellington, like I was mentioning.
Yeah.
Kelly's Pub on October 25th. And we might be having a show in Boca in November. We just have to lock that one down. So look out for that. You follow us on our socials and we'll figure that. And then you'll stay up to date. We're also going to be working on new releases.
Excellent.
We have new merch out as well.
Fantastic.
So I have this shirt that I'm wearing, which is not new, and then other shirts as well.
Nice.
So
And Alex, I'm going to hit you up about our songwriter night if you don't mind.
Awesome. For
Yeah,
sure.
yeah,
That sounds
wicked.
great.
'Cause I think you'd have a lot of fun coming to do that. But yeah, we're gonna. It's nice to meet you. I love the music. I love the vibe. You're all very nice. I'm gonna figure out a way to book you on a show at some point in the near future, for definite. And thank you so much for coming up here. We really appreciate
Having
it.
us. This was so much fun.
Yeah.
yeah, we had a great time.
Nice.
absolutely.
Thank you. Is there anything we need to talk about
What are we doing this weekend?
this weekend?
We're playing Patty Max on Saturday.
That's right. Patty Max
Bomb
on
the
Saturday.
algorithm for Mad Mellow for Emily's birthday Mad Mellow party.
So Mad Mellow are
Propaganda Friday.
fun band, reggae band. Everyone knows Emily. She's lovely.
Yep.
And we're playing with her for. It's her birthday, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Bomb the algorithm playing on Friday with Mad Mellow. On
Yeah.
Saturday, Killbillies at Patty Max.
Yeah, and then Sunday we're playing at the Brewhouse Gallery with Tim Holhouse, who is
From the
English
UK.
from England. When we toured in England, we toured with him.
Yeah.
And DDRB and Killbillies
Yeah.
and Brian Raymond.
Raymond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Should be
so
a good show.
if you can only come to one of those shows, come to the Sunday because we have a touring guy come in. You know, it's just something you can't see. Something you can't see every day of the week, you know, something a bit special.
Yeah.
So you should come check it out.
Yeah, and he's playing Fest as well, so that's kind of what he's here for. He's here for Fest, so he's doing a little touring pre-Fest. So
Exactly. Well, I hope to see some of you guys are watching this out over the course of the weekend.
Yeah. And check out the
Lighthouse the Band. Thank you very much.
Lighthouse the Band.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
Peace.
Take a better scene. It's what we're doing. Come and check it